Wasim, and welcome back to my channel Wagon Picks. Hope you are all doing good. I'm very happy to be on this channel again with you all. Today's topic is very exciting topic. Today's topic we will be learning how to create a beautiful website. Let me show you quickly what we are going to achieve today. So this is the website which we will be building today, and in this beautiful website we'll be designing. First of all, we'll be designing the navigation bar, which includes this logo and these navigation items. So, and this navigation item, when I hover over this item, I will be getting underline effect over here, and at the middle we will be having some content, and these are the two buttons which will be defining. And when I hover over these buttons, I will be getting a scroll background color over here, that is hover effect. So let's get started. We will be writing our code into core HTML and CSS. We'll be only using HTML and CSS, no other external library, nothing, to design this beautiful website. Okay, so we will be writing our code in Visual Studio Code. For those who don't have Visual Studio Code, please go through my earlier videos where I have defined how to download and install our Visual Studio Code. You can go into my description box. I have pasted my link for that video. You can go through that video. So to begin with, we will close this tab, and I have this folder over here. This is my background image which I will be using in my website, and this is the logo which I will be using in my website. So we will open our Visual Studio Code. Okay, so in this, please be with me till the end of this video. I will be giving you some bonus tips to how to launch your website after building your website. I will give you tips on how to launch your website, host your website. Okay, so be with me till the end of this video. So I will be creating a new file, that is index.html. Create file. So this is our HTML file. Let me zoom this little bit to so that this is visible. Let us type a HTML tag over here, and inside this we will be having head, and inside this head we will start with title. Okay, so let us define the title as resort, because the website which we'll be building is for a resort. And after this we will be having a body. Let us check this if this base file is good to go ahead with. So this is our index file. If I open this, yes, I have this title and this is the body. Okay, so now this is good. Now let's go ahead and create a CSS file. CSS is something which is used for defining the colors, font size, and spacing and all. Basically it is used for beautification of your HTML file. Okay, so new file, I will name this as index.css. okay, let us save this file over here. Okay, we are into our CSS file. Let us define some by default parameters, that is margin 0, padding also 0, and font family is sans serif. Okay, these are the by default parameters we will be applying, which will be applied for the entire web page. And let us go back to our HTML file, and we will start with our basic code. Let us define a div over here. We'll remove this hello, and I will write a div. Okay, in this div we will define a class. Let us name the class as banner. Okay, so what we are going to achieve with this class is we will first start with the background color. We'll paste the background color, sorry, background image which we have over here. So in this class I am going to achieve, let's go here and let us use that class banner over here. Okay, in banner I will define the width of this banner as 100%, height 100%, background image this will be linear gradient, and linear gradient will be RGB defined with the color configuration. This is opacity which we will be defining, and we need to add second parameter for the gradient. And finally we need to define the URL for this, and that is let me check the name of our background. Name of our folder is background.jpg. Okay, we have defined this, and let us define the background size as cover, because we need to cover the entire page. And background position, let us define the background position as center. Okay, so let us quickly check how this looks like. So this is not appearing because we have not included this CSS file into our HTML title page, right? Without including this HTML, we will not be able to see how exactly this looks like. So to add that CSS into this, I will type link well to style sheet with href. This is the name of that index.css. okay, so we have defined this. Let us go ahead. Okay, so this is cool. We have defined the background. You can see the background itself. Let me format the document. Now the document is formatted. So let us go ahead and start with defining the logo this side and menu tabs this side. Okay, so for that I will create a different menu. Sorry, I will create a different div. So let us go ahead and define the div for the menu bar. So in this div, let us name this div. Let us name a class for this div. Let us name this as nav bar. Okay, this is navigation bar, and in this let us start with pasting the image. And our image is, name of our image is logo. Okay, okay, here we have the logo. Now let's go ahead and define the menu items. To define the menu items, we need a list. Well, in this we need attributes. So this is the first item of the list. Let us copy this line and create a next item. Next item, total 4 items we have. Let us write it right here, amenities. Amenities. Let us name this as packages. Contact. Okay, so this is our list of items which will be into our menu bar. So let us quickly go and check our items. Yeah, this is the logo and these are the items. Currently this is appearing below the logo. Let's go and make changes so that it is placed at proper location. So for that we need to go to index.css. So now let us go ahead and define the CSS for navigation bar, that is nav bar. And in this nav bar we will be defining width first. Width is 90% and margin, that is auto, and we need padding, that is 35 pixel. Display, we need this as flex. Align items, we need to align the items center, at center, and we need to justify the content. Space between. Okay, to quickly explain you, the width is the navigation bar which we have over here, nav bar, in which we will be defining this logo and the items, navigation item. This will be uh, in defined into into the width, that is 90%. It will not accumulate the entire horizontal space. Only 90% of the space will be used, and margin will be auto. Padding will be 35. Let me explain you. The margin and padding are the spacing which we need to define across the div. And display flex, this is something this aligns the item inside the nav bar horizontally. So whatever you have written into the nav bar, like for earlier we have defined this logo and these items, this we are getting one by one. Now when we define this as flex, this will be aligned horizontally. Okay, so align items, this we have defined as center. This makes the internal elements which are aligned vertically. This makes it horizontal alignment. And justify content, this makes, if there is any space in between the two elements, it aligns accordingly. So let us quickly check how this will look like. So you can see over here, this is the logo, and at corner we have defined the menu items. Now let us go ahead and define CSS for the logo part. That is this. So we need to define a class for logo. We will name this class as logo. Okay. In this logo we need to define the width. So let us define the width of logo as 175 pixel. Okay, that is good. And we need cursor to be pointer. Okay, so now we have defined the logo. Next is to apply CSS for the navigation list items. Okay, that is not navbar. Okay, in this, first of all we need to remove the style, list style as none. Margin, we need a margin, we make it this 0 pixel. Position, we need to position this relative. Okay, so these are the items which we want. So this is how it looks. Now let us go ahead and apply the CSS for these items, navigation items. So that is navbar, that is attribute. We need to define for attributes. In this we need text decoration as none, and we will define the color of font as white. Now this is cool. We have defined the logo and the navigation bar items. Next, let us go ahead and define the hovering effect to these items. That is, in this section we need a pseudo element. I will explain you quickly what is pseudo element. That is, let me define a navigation bar CSS first. So this is the pseudo element. So pseudo element, this part is called as pseudo element. Pseudo element is something when you want to define a specific style to some section which is used to in the element. uh, in our case, this pseudo element we will be using for underlining this these items. Okay, so there are different kind of pseudo element we will be using after pseudo element in this. So we don't want any content, so content will be blank. It is just a line, so content will be blank. The height of that line, let us make this as 3 pixel. Let us see, we'll make it 3 or 2. Let us decide it later on. Width is initially the width will be 0. Okay, and background, we need a back color for this. Let us name the color as okay, let us take this color. The position should be absolute. Should be aligned, at the bottom, and location should be around 10 pixel. Let us give a transition timing for this. 0.5 seconds. Okay, and this is how it looks like. We need to define when I hover, then I need to define a different CSS for that. That is, I will copy this again. This will be when I hover, right? When I hover, and when I hover, width will be 100%. Okay, let us go and check how this looks like. So currently, okay, you can see we are getting an underline, and initially the width of that line is 0, and when I hover it becomes 100%, underlining the element. Okay, so now we are good with the logo and the other menu items. Let us go ahead and with the content part. Okay, so let us go to the HTML file. In this HTML file, first let us format the code. Okay, so the formatting is done. We are done with the navigation. The div is still here. Next is we need another div. Let us name the class as content. Okay, so let us start with a heading over here. Let us make this, let us define the heading as wagon, sorry, short. Okay, and we need a paragraph. Welcome to Wagon Pix Resort. You can add additional content over here, something like natural beauty. Okay, so let us check how this looks like. Okay, here we have the content and defined. Now what we will do is we will go and we will define some CSS for this. Defining the CSS is content, width is 100%, position should be absolute, we need add this at the mid of the page, transform, translate to -50%. This should be, the content should be at middle of this page. Text, we need to align the text, that should be at the center, and the color of the text we need is white. Okay, now let us go see how this looks like. Okay, we are here. This is slightly move towards the left. So let me check the reason for this. This is 100, this is 50. Transform, actually we need to define this on y-axis, so we are missing that. So let me check. Okay, so now we have this center content. Now let us define some CSS for the heading, that is content h1. Okay, let us give a margin 20 pixel, and for y-axis let us keep it auto, and line height let us take this at 25 pixel. This is for heading, and second CSS is for the paragraph which we have over here. That is 20 pixel auto, and line spacing, line height to be 25 pixel. Okay, okay, the content, let us see how this looks like. Something this looks like, let us increase the font size of the header, and font size, let us make this font size as 70 pixel, and margin will keep only top margin. uh, Top has 80 pixel. Okay, this looks good. Okay, this looks good. Let us make this in small letters. This is not looking good. Now this is looking good, and let us take this to the second line. For that I will just implement a break. Okay, now let us go ahead and define CSS for our buttons. Okay, so we will go ahead and we'll use the same div, the content div, and this we will create a different div for buttons. In this, let us define a button type. The type is button. This is for button, and let us name this button as book. This is for booking resort. Second button we can use for contact. Okay, let us go and check how this looks like. Okay, we have two buttons. Let us define some CSS for this. So to define some CSS, we also need to define a span over here. Okay, and now let's go to the CSS part. Now let us go ahead and define a CSS for button. Let us make the width as 200 pixel. We need to define padding for this. Padding will be 15 pixel x-axis, and on y-axis we don't need any padding. Text align, we can do this at center. Margin will be 20 pixel on x-axis and 10 pixel on y-axis. Border radius, thus we can take as 25 pixel. We can define a font size as font weight as bold. Border will be 2 pixel solid, and name will the color will be we'll keep the same color we used earlier. Button background of this button will be transparent. Let us make the font color as white. And cursor, to name the cursor as pointer. Position, we need to make this as relative. Let us see how this looks like. Okay, now let us define CSS for span, that is background will be the similar one which we used earlier. Height will be 100%. Width 0 width. Border radius, we can take this as 25 pixel. Position absolute. Define left as 0. Z index -1. Let us define a transition for this, that is 0.5 seconds. Now let us go ahead and see how this looks like. We are not getting a proper button configuration. Let us see what changes we need to do over here. Okay, I think this we have not defined a class. This is for all the buttons, so this should work. So here we have the buttons, but the content is not getting appeared. Let us check why the content is not appearing here. We need to enter the content over here. First is book and second is contact. Okay, so now let's see how this looks like. Okay, now this is good. Okay, now the buttons are defined. We need to design the hoarding effect. So we will quickly come into the CSS part. So now what we'll do is, when button on hover, span width should be 100%. So the earlier the width will be 0, and when I hover the span, the background color should be 100% accumulated within the button. Okay, and also the border we need to make button hover border. We don't need any border. Okay, so let us go and check how this looks like. Okay, did you see this? Now we are cool, but there is one slight change which we need to do. When this is getting collapsed, span, it comes outside this curve. Okay, for that what we can do over here is, we can make the overflow hidden. So with this what happens is, whatever color is overflowing, that will be hidden here. Hope you got all the points. We have defined the HTML and we have defined the CSS, and if you have any questions, any kind of concerns, please do let me know. Please comment in the comment box. And as I said, at the end I told you that I will give you some bonus tips how to launch your code. There is a free website called Netlify. Netlify is a free web hosting site. Netlify. We can go through this website, and whatever website you are developing, you can host on this server. They provide a free server. You can directly, you can sign up and you can host your server. Whatever uh, website which we have built currently, this is in our local system. If you want to show your project to any other person, or you want to build any portfolio which you want to share with your recruiters, you can just create this kind of portfolio and dump it into a server, uh, and you can share with other people. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do like, share and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye bye.